even under the tree.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, everybody. Let me get to giving these gifts out because I've been seeing some dudes really dish these Christmas presents out, and it's been phenomenal. First, we're going to go to the New England Patriots. Look at that bag. Put that in a stocking. Vrabel, Drake May, and Stephon Diggs. They have renewed the spirit that comes along with being the New England Patriots. Look at Drake May push these presents down the field. And Diggs say, I will take it and put it under the tree. That's what they've been doing this year. This team is vying for a 1 seed in the AFC. Look at the gift just freely flow out there in New England Patriots land. That's a hell of a stocking stuffer right there because they are stuffing the stat sheet on offense, and Vrabel got this team rolling straight into the playoffs. They're going to be playing after Christmas, y'all. Merry Christmas, New England Patriots fans. Secondly, let's go to that doggone Trevor Lawrence and them Jacksonville Jaguars. I know it stays hot in Florida. I know that it doesn't snow and you don't have a white Christmas, but Trevor Lawrence is making sure that the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to play after a white Christmas. I'm up here in New York. It's cold. It's about 35 degrees. That's what Trevor Lawrence has been. Cold as ice. He's finding all kind of people to dish presents out to. Look at him hold the gifts as he put them under the tree. I was there earlier this year for Monday Night Countdown. I didn't know what Christmas was going to look like for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but it looked like they mom and daddy got all the money to put all the gifts under the tree. Lastly, Aaron Rodgers. Now, y'all remember when y'all was young and your grandparents would get you them socks or they'll get you a pair of drawers, and every year you could count on it? I know mine did. They ain't have a lot of money. It was $5 a pair of drawers and a pair of socks. That's what Aaron Rodgers is doing. He's 42 years old, y'all. He's been playing a lot of times after Christmas. He got the Pittsburgh Steelers rolling. Maybe the 1 seed coming out of their division. DK Metcalf ain't there. He on the naughty list right now, but not these other players. They handling business, and Aaron Rodgers is passing out $5 socks and drawers. And last but not least, y'all know what Christmas means for the NFL? That right there. That mystery gift that's all wrapped with that pretty golden bow. And y'all know what it is. It's going to be in San Francisco. You got to coordinate. You got to color coordinate. Y'all see what we did there? It's San Francisco colors because the game is in San Francisco. I know that it's not a mystery prize to football fans because you can make out the shape, but we going to leave the gift wrap until it's time to give it out. Merry Christmas, everybody. You people passing out some gifts.
I love it.
Sure.
Hey, does this rhyme with Mombardi? I think it does. Also,
It does.
here's my official vote for Swagu to keep that Santa hat on for the rest of the show. What do y'all think?
Boogie, this thing hot now.
I know.
This
Is it
thing
itchy?
hot.
Do you do
I don't know how old
house
St. Nick
I need
do
to get
this.
this energy at the Fowler house.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna make sure that energy goes everywhere. Swagu, thanks for making us all smile and laugh all year long. All right, let's talk about the Texans and Chargers playing on Saturday, and a lot on the line as the Chargers have clinched a playoff berth, but they can jump in the seeding while the Texans need to win to keep the upper hand for a wild card spot. So both quarterbacks will face some heavy lifting this weekend. The Texans and Chargers defenses have both stymied opposing passing games this season. Both teams ranked top 4 in the NFL in yards per game allowed, total QBR, and completion percentage on deep passes. They're also number 1 and 2 in touchdown-interception ratio as the only teams with at least as many picks as touchdowns allowed. Marcus, what will you be watching in this matchup? This is a really good, interesting game.
Yeah. There's no secret to what the Houston Texans defense is, which is why I think Justin Herbert's legs is going to have to be a big part of what the Chargers have the ability to do from an offensive standpoint. And if he's real decisive in taking off, and I know the hand injury, but even when we were there in LA a few weeks ago, y'all, he decided to pull the ball down and run the football. We know what this pass rush is like with Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter, and this team comes up and hits. So I want Justin Herbert to get down after he gets his yardage. But there will be these critical third downs that happen. There will be the times where he obviously has to use his arm, but there'll be times where Derek Stingley and Lassiter will take things away, and Justin Herbert may have to pull it down and go get some yardage with his legs. I want to see how impactful that is as the game goes throughout.
Swagger, that's a great point because every team I talk to after they play Houston, they say the same thing, that we are beat dang up. They are the most physical team in the league. Every team says that. And so that's what's fascinating about this matchup, because how much is Herbert going to run, knowing that Houston doesn't really feel like they have to blitz a whole lot because they have those two elite pass rushers that come off the edge. And so Herbert, if he's tempted to run, they're just going to wait for him, and then they're going to hit him 4 or 5 yards downfield with no problem. So he's had the hand injury issue. He's played beat up. We know he's tough, but how tough is he going to have to be to get through this game?
Yeah, it's funny, right? You see the Chargers and the Texans, and you immediately think, ooh, those offensive lines against those defenses. The difference, I would argue, is that the Texans' offensive line has been a little bit better this year. I'm not totally bought in, but you're seeing some improvement. They're able to actually pick up a blitz. And that's where I'm looking at this Chargers pass rush and looking at them to step up. Look, they're not the Texans pass rush. They don't have Will Anderson Jr. and Daniel Hunt there. But they do have a pretty nasty 4-man rush. And ever since they traded for Odafe Owe back in Week 8, they are 4th league-wide in 4-man pressure rate. When Owe, Khalil Mack, and Tuli Pelotu are on the field together, they put Tuli inside, they're hitting a 54% pressure rate, according to Next Gen Stats, which is very high. So, you know, if I'm Houston, as much as that offensive line has improved, that is something that I am concerned about. I do think they need to find a way to run the ball against this team to try to keep CJ out of 3rd and long.
Yeah, the Texans have already won 10 games, for the 3rd straight season. That's a franchise record. They're also riding a 7-game win streak. So we'll see if they can continue that. We've got more coming.
And then you're the latest to have gone to the playoffs or gone to the Super Bowl. So I don't pay any attention to 30 years this, 20 years that, when I know one good year would change it all and you'd be at the top of the list.
Ooh, holly jolly here. Okay, the Cowboys and Commanders kick off the Christmas Day NFL slate. Jeremy, both teams have been eliminated from the playoffs. What changes could be coming for these teams?
Yeah, I like that jingle there.
Woo.
So Dallas and Washington, I don't expect them right now to make head coaching changes. Brian Schottenheimer is really well liked in Dallas. Dan Quinn, they've had a ton of injuries. It's sort of understood there that he will probably get a 3rd season, but I could expect some changes on the staff. You look defensively. Joe Witt, the defensive coordinator in Washington, had his play calling duties relinquished. Dan Quinn has been handling that. Typically, that's a bad sign. And then in Dallas, there's a feeling there that, hey, we're probably a playoff team, if not for the defense continually giving up 30-plus points per game. So is there a change with Matt Eberflus? The D coordinator is now the question.
All right, let's go to the Lions facing the Vikings at 4:30 on Christmas Day. News just coming down recently on J.J. McCarthy. He has a hairline fracture in his hand, and he's out. Max Brosmer will start in this one. And Marcus, what do you want to see from Detroit as they hang on to their playoff hopes?
Yeah, Boogie, I want to see them get the run game going once again. They were stifled, obviously, against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Jahmyr Gibbs has been one of the proponents for this football team. Obviously, we know Jared Goff is much more comfortable when the play action is dealing, and he had to get away from that a little bit because the run game wasn't working. Was still able to push the ball down the field and make some explosive plays, but I want to see this Detroit run game and this offensive line get back to some physicality.
The nightcap, the Broncos and Chiefs. Mina, what's something you have your eye on for Denver?
Yeah, I want to see Bo Nix and this offense get back on